everybody, and welcome to today's story time. And I'm going to read today one of my very favourites. It's called Peace at Last by the author Jill Murphy. And here are two of the characters on the front. There is one more character in the story as well, so I wonder if you can spot them. Are you ready? Okay, let's go. Peace at Last by Jill Murphy. The hour was late. Mr. Bear was tired, Mrs. Bear was tired, and Baby Bear was tired. Look at that big yawn Mr. Bear's doing. Can you do a big yawn? Ooh. Mrs. Bear's fast asleep, and Baby Bear's fast asleep. So, they all went to bed. Up the stairs they go. Mr. Bear's still yawning. He's nearly swallowed his light, hasn't he? Mrs. Bear fell asleep. Mr. Bear didn't. Mrs. Bear began to snore. Oh no, said Mr. Bear, I can't stand this. So he got up and he went to sleep in Baby Bear's room. Baby Bear wasn't asleep either. He was lying in bed pretending to be an aeroplane. Can you do that? Put your arms out at the side and say, meow, meow, meow. Oh no, said Mr. Bear, I can't stand this. So he got up and went to sleep in the living room. Tick, tock, tick, tock, cuckoo, cuckoo, went the living room clock. Oh no, said Mr. Bear, I can't stand this. And he got up and went to sleep in the kitchen. Can you see what he's put over his head so that he can try not to hear the noise? Sometimes I have to do that with my pillow when Mr. Churchward snores. Drip, drip, went the leaky tap. Went the refrigerator. Oh no, said Mr. Bear, I can't stand this. So he got up and went to sleep in the garden. But maybe not before he's helped himself to a little midnight snack, I think. Cheeky Mr. Bear. Well, you wouldn't believe what noises there are in the garden at night. Too-wit-too, went the owl. Can you see the owl? Went the hedgehog. Sang the cats on the wall. Oh no, said Mr. Bear, I can't stand this. So he went off to sleep in the car. I'm not sure that sleeping in the garden without a tent is a very good idea anyway, is it? Especially with all those noises. It was cold in the car and uncomfortable, but Mr. Bear was so tired he didn't notice. He was just falling asleep when the birds began to sing and the sun peeped in at the window. Oh, tweet, 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 sang the birds. Shine, shine, went the sun. Oh no, said Mr. Bear, I can't stand this. So he got up and he went back into the house. In the house, Baby Bear was fast asleep and Mrs. Bear had turned over and she wasn't snoring anymore. Mr. Bear got into bed and closed his eyes. Peace at last, he said to himself. Went the alarm clock. Mrs. Bear sat up and rubbed her eyes. Good morning, dear, she said. Did you sleep well? Not very well, dear, yawned Mr. Bear. Never mind, said Mrs. Bear. I'll bring you up a nice cup of tea. And she did. Poor Mr. Bear. Look at those bags under his eyes. He's not had a very good night's sleep at all, has he? And that is the end of our story. I hope you enjoyed that. And I hope that you managed to get some sleep tonight. See you next time, guys, for another story. Bye-bye.